Your new loop LED curing light will arrive in a lock state for shipping. You can see that the little lock symbol is on the screen. It will not activate. You cannot use it in this mode, so what we need to do is unlock the device. To unlock our device, we need to plug in the charging base. That plugged in. I'm going to snap that cord flush into that little notch. See that the light has turned on, so I know that my charging base is active. Then I place the unit into the charging base and it will run a self-check. Now it's ready to go. We recommend that you use loop with one of the provided custom fit barrier sleeves. It'll help protect the lens from debris, scratches, and so forth, and allow you to use your device for a longer, more effective period of time. So to apply the barrier sleeve, we want to just slide loop into the barrier sleeve all the way. We want to make sure that the lens is not got a bunch of wrinkles on it. Make sure that it's laying flat over that. And then we can apply the light shield as well. If you choose to use your loop without a barrier sleeve, there's a setting that needs to be changed. So to enter the settings mode, we're going to press and release both of the bottom buttons, both the menu and the select at the same time. You can see our barrier sleeve setting here, and I can change that on and off as desired. This actually changes the amount of energy output by the device to adjust for the interference of the barrier sleeve. So the X barrier sleeve mode is turned off. Barrier sleeve mode is turned on. To exit our menu mode, press both buttons, and we're back to the main screen. Another of the default settings that will be active when you receive your new loop is that the closed loop functionality will be turned off when you receive it. I'm going to turn it on a minute and off again so we can see how that appears on the screen. All I'm going to do is press until that beeps. That was the menu button. I pressed it until it beeped, and you can see the little closed loop cycle mode being shown there. Press it again until it beeps, and now that's turned off. So with the closed loop mode turned off, loop functions just like a traditional curing light. It doesn't care if you're aimed properly at the tooth. When you press start, it's going to perform whatever curing cycle that you have set. If you turn the closed loop mode on, then it functions in closed loop and will adjust the power output and the auto start whether it is over the tooth or not. So I'd like to demonstrate what the closed loop mode actually looks like, because the device does perform differently in closed loop mode than it does in standard mode. I have it in standard mode right now, 20 seconds, 1000 milliwatts. So when I press the start button, it's going to act like a regular curing light. Doesn't care if I'm over the tooth or not. It's going to run for 20 seconds at that 1000 milliwatts. It beeps every 5 seconds. There's the 15-second mark. There we go. That's complete. Now when I turn the closed loop functionality back on, there we go. We see our closed loop symbol. Now the device is going to behave differently. If I press the start button and I am not over the tooth, you'll see the light flash. That's just telling you that you are not correctly positioned over the tooth. As I bring the device over the tooth, the curing light will stop flashing and turn on. See the flashing, I bring it over, and now it's running appropriately. If I get too far away, it goes back to flashing. So it's just telling you when it's flashing, it's telling you that you are not correctly positioned over the tooth and you need to reposition the light. You should note that the sensor, the light pipe that picks up that reflection, is directly in the center of the lens. So if the center of the lens is off of the target surface, off of the tooth or the center of the lens is over the gum tissue and not on the side of the tooth, it's going to go into the flashing mode and tell you that you need to reposition. So recognize that it's the center, the very center of that lens that is the deciding factor as to where exactly you need to have that positioned. I'd like to demonstrate what the display screen shows when you're in a standard curing cycle. So I have the closed loop mode turned off, and I am going to get that started. You can see the bar, the timer bar across the bottom begin to proceed, beeping every 5 seconds. And there, at the conclusion of the cycle, it displays that it has delivered 20 joules of energy, joules being the net product of energy times time. So 1,000 milliwatts per square centimeter times 20 seconds gives you 20 joules. Let's look at the display screen with the device in closed loop mode so we can see how things are adjusting. So I'm in closed loop mode, and as the device tip moves away from the tooth, you see the power bar going up and down. It's real-time adjusting, increasing the power to maintain 1,000 milliwatts at the tooth surface, so that at the conclusion, I deliver exactly the 20 joules that I requested. Let's quickly review the buttons on the device. The large button at the top is simply the start-stop button. That is the button you will use to initiate a cure or to pause a cure once it is started. The button on the bottom left with the 3 lines in it is the menu button. The button with the plus symbol is the select button. So, turning the device on and off, for instance, the device, if left just set on the counter, if you leave it for 5 minutes, it will go to sleep. The display will be blank. To wake it up, you simply press any button on the device and it will wake up. If I need to change a setting, a major setting like the barrier sleeve mode, I have to press both buttons simultaneously. Then I enter the settings area and I can cycle through, I can turn the beep up or down. This is a device lot number. And then I'm back to the barrier sleeve mode. If I want to change barrier sleeve mode, I press the select button. I can cycle back and forth. And to change the sound, I can turn the sound off if I want. I think most people prefer to have the sound on, so that generally is going to be left on. Then I'm back to the lot number screen, and to exit the settings menu, I press both buttons simultaneously. When you receive loop, the device will be set to its default power and time setting, which is 1,000 milliwatts for 20 seconds. If I want to adjust the time of the curing cycle, I press the select button. I can cycle from 5, 10, 15, and 20 at 1,000 milliwatts. If I want to change the power level, I press the menu button. I can change it to 2,000 or to 3,000. So let's go to 2,000. You see the 2,000 on there. I'm set to 10 seconds. I can change it to 5 seconds if I want. Those are my 2 options. At 3,000 milliwatts, I have 5 or 3 as my options.